Guys, welcome back to the Chelsea Godfather channel. It's the Chelsea Godfather reported to duty. Please subscribe to my channel for regular Chelsea related updates. Let's jump right in. Mike Maignan to Chelsea. Breaking news. It appears that Chelsea is about to make a move on the France number one goalie Mike Maignan. He was actually voted the best goalie in Europe last year after the Euros in 2024. He made the All Euro first team. Obviously as their goalie. He is currently 29 years old, but he turns 30 next month in July. His birthday is next month. It's going to be 30 years old next month. So in effect, what we would be getting is a 30-year-old goalie who currently plays at AC Milan by way of Lille. He was in Lille in France, helped Lille to win the French Ligue 1 in 2021. He then moved on to AC Milan, and I believe AC Milan. He helped lead AC Milan to the Scudetto in 2022. And obviously, this is a world-class goalie, right? This is a world-class goalie, and I know that this ownership has been known for signing mostly, almost, and entirely young players, no older than 22 years old. That's usually the sweet spot. The sweet spot is 22, but they've always left the door open for the possibility of breaking the model if they are able to jump an opportunity for an older player that can help push the needle to get this club to the next level. And everybody knows, you don't have to be a Chelsea fan. Everybody knows that one of our Achilles heels, not just this season, but in previous seasons, since Mendy left, is the fact that we just haven't had a reliable, goalie. Really, in fairness, since after Thibaut, Courtois, since after Thibaut, left us and went to Real, Madrid. I mean, he literally left us just high and dry. That's how we ended up with overpaying. Whether it was 70 million pounds that we paid to get Kepa from Spain. Obviously, you guys know that Kepa hasn't worked out for us. Notwithstanding that he did help us win the Europa League under Sarri, I believe in 2018-2019 season, but he just hasn't worked out for us. He seems to have created his career, revived his career at Bournemouth, where he was at loan all season and had a great season for him in England. He actually played well. I mean, we watched a lot of his games. He played well for Bournemouth, so there's the possibility that he may he may be on his way out to Bournemouth, with Bournemouth hopefully making that a permanent deal. But that still leaves us with a whole bunch of goalies, because we still got Sanchez, we still got Petrovic, we got Jorgensen, and obviously we have our young boy Penders. Penders is only 19 years old, but he's pretty much the regen of Courtois. He's from Belgium. I believe he's 6'7", just a monster of a talent. But he's only 19 years old. He was signed, and we left him at his club so he can continue playing first team football in Belgium. He has finished that this past season where he played the whole season as their first goalie there. He's most likely probably going to be joining the club, Chelsea. He's going to be joining us this summer, but he's probably not going to stay with the club. He's most likely going to be shipped out on loan because he's still just 19 years old. So that leaves us with Petro, Sanchez, Jorgensen, and if we get Mike, then Mike is going to be like our fourth goalie. So if you do the maths, we really, of those four, it's a musical chairs situation. Because in the reality of the four, you only need two. In as much as, yes, we need three goalies, but no, it's really only two of those four. The third goalie is going to be some nondescript, what's his name, Bentinelli type chap who will be happy just to not even play. So it's really only two guys. And so from those four, if we get Mike, obviously Mike is coming in as the number one, right? He's 30 years old. He's world class. And in fairness to goalies, get better with time. In fact, 30, he's in his prime right now. That's the thing about goalies. He's in his prime. He's 30. He's 6'3", so he has the size. And unlike Sanchez, he's actually very good on his feet. So he fits Enzo Maresca's idea of football. A goalie who's actually a good goalie. Can he make saves? Yes, he makes brilliant saves, and you can see his stats. Just based on his stats, he's more than good enough as an actual goalie. But as an added bonus, he's actually really, really good with the ball on his feet, unlike Sanchez, right? So which due to the fact that Sanchez is not good with the ball on his feet. I mean, Sanchez is a very good goalie, but he's horrible with the ball on his feet. And Sanchez actually had 5 errors that led to goals this past season. Right, and if you're trying to chase the title or have any ambition, in the Champions League, I mean that's just not good enough, right? And the other thing about Sanchez, again, is the fact that because he's not comfortable with the ball on his feet, then it affects the way that the club is able to actually play, the way that Enzo Maresca would prefer to build up from the back. I mean, Sanchez cannot do it. So to save Sanchez from added errors, I guess what I'm saying is the 5 errors would have been 10 or even more, if not for Enzo basically adjusting his tactic to allow Sanchez to pretty much boot the ball long, and that's what he was doing pretty much most of the season. But ideally, the way Petrovic played in the Conference League finals, that's how Maresca prefers his goalie to play. A goalie that's comfortable on the ball, under pressure, not rushed, not panicked, very composed. And so that's what if this deal goes through, that's what we're going to be getting with from Mike Maignan. And unlike Petrovic, he's basically like Petrovic. Sorry, that's a Petrovic. Jorgensen. I'm sorry, I meant Jorgensen in the Conference League finals. And then, but he's a much better goalie than Jorgensen, and he's a he's a better basically he's a more better and established goalie than all the goalies that we currently have on our crop. As I mentioned, he's France number 1, AC Milan number 1, captain of AC Milan. He's won the Serie A league title. He's won the Super Cup. I believe was it this season or last? It was last season that I believe they may have even beaten Inter Milan to win the Super Cup last season. He's won in France, in the French league. He's a leader. You understand? This is the so it's not just what he gives you on the field. It's what you actually get the experience, the leadership. that this young team needs, right? A good strong character in the locker room. That's like an added bonus that you can't put a price tag on, right? And then the other thing is right, he's literally in the last year of his deal at AC Milan, and he's not going to extend his contract. And so AC Milan has to sell him. If they don't sell him, he's going to go on a free next summer, and that's not an ideal. It wouldn't make sense. So definitely AC Milan is going to sell him. He's going to be sold, and Chelsea is in the front driver's seat right now, saying, "Hey, you have a guy you're gonna have to sell this guy, so you might as well, sell him to us." And he doesn't mind coming to us. And I think part of the issue with regards to why he has not extended his contract is because the salary offer from AC Milan is, believe it or not, is actually lower than what we actually are willing to pay. In other words, Maignan's salary demand actually fits within Chelsea's salary structure. So, we're not having an issue in terms of personal terms. That shouldn't be an issue. The only issue right now is between Chelsea and AC Milan reaching an agreement on the transfer fee of a player that has just 1 year left on his contract. And so then where does that leave Petrovic? Well, Petrovic, I know I read somewhere that he's on record saying, "Listen, I see myself as a number one. I just finished playing really at Chelsea. The previous season he was Chelsea's number one. In fairness, to him, he was Chelsea number one. Helped Chelsea finish sixth. Then last summer, Maresca preferred Sanchez over him, and on top of that, went on ahead and bought Jorgensen. That then made Petrovic surplus to requirements. He got shipped off on loan to France at Strasbourg, where he was basically their best player. He was voted by Strasbourg players voted him their player of the season. So he had an amazing season in France. He was really good. Basically one of the top two goalies in France. I know there's some reports that Monaco has an interest in buying him, permanently, and he would rather just go to a club where he's gonna start week in, week out. So for Petrovic, to be honest with you, even before this news popped up, I didn't. For me, there was a less than 50% chance of Petrovic coming back to Chelsea, because I just know that Maresca, there's like not much change. Right, he shipped you out and we finished fourth, and so he's most likely was gonna stick with the guys that finished fourth than go with another guy. So what's going to change is Mike coming in, for the likes of Sanchez. That's really the main guy. Petrovic is pretty much going to be sold, and he's going to be bought because he's actually a very good goalie, and his wages are not too high. He's basically it's going to be a done deal. So Petrovic, I don't know how much, 30, 40 million. I don't know how much we're going to be able to sell him for, but it's going to be something that's a reasonable deal. Sanchez. So then the question now is, who's the number two? Is it Sanchez or is it Jorgensen? Right. For me, I would think I actually like Sanchez. I'm torn because I like Sanchez. I like goalies that can actually make saves. Right? The problem is Sanchez cannot use his feet, but he can make saves. He's a strong goalie. I wouldn't mind holding on to Sanchez as our number two, and then that will then leave Jorgensen as the odd man out. We will then have to ship him out to Strasbourg, right? And then Penders, as I mentioned, will go out on loan. So that's what I have. That's the way I have it. I have it as, hopefully we're able to close this deal, bring Mike Maignan in as our number one. Hold on to Sanchez as our number two. Jurgensen shipped off to France to take Petrovic's job at Strasbourg, and then Petrovic being sold out to another club on a permanent transfer, whether it be Monaco or possibly, if not possibly, a club in Serie A. That's how I feel. How do you all feel? Please leave your comments below. Like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you guys. Peace.